News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Nicholas Quallen.
And I'm Lauren Culver. Thanks for watching KX News. A month ago today, the price of oil in this country went negative, signaling a couple of questions. Where can it be stored?
And what kind of economic relief is available for the state, for oil producers and for mineral owners?
Today, a special hearing was held by the State Oil and Gas Division of the Department of Mineral Resources to discuss classifying unprofitable oil as economic waste. Renee Cooper was there and has tonight's top story.
Well, the price of oil is beginning to creep back up. More than 6,000 wells in North Dakota sit idle, and according to the State Petroleum Council, production is down 500,000 barrels a day.
So that waste designation carries a lot of importance.
Ultimately, the North Dakota Industrial Commission will have to decide whether or not to make that waste classification. But as the director of the Department of Mineral Resources explains, there are consequences that come along with relieving some pressure for oil companies.
Typically, it would trigger force majeure clauses in contract commitments and lease commitments so that cessation of production clauses would be suspended, take-or-pay contracts might be suspended, and so there are a lot of consequences over and above the ongoing production.
A couple of out-of-state experts weighed in over the phone, saying the Industrial Commission should step in. But all in-state representatives said, let the free market repair itself.
Typically, when there's one action by government, there's 3 or 4 unanticipated actions.
Ken Hall owns land and minerals on the Fort Berthold Reservation. He says the 3 affiliated tribes is responsible for 25% of oil and gas produced in the state.
We realize it's a huge part of North Dakota's economy. For MHA Nation, it's an even higher percentage. About 90% of their revenue comes from oil and gas production.
Ken Hall's wife, Kara, says MHA Nation at least needs a seat at the table in this decision-making process.
They were making it very, very clear that they believe that the jurisdiction for decisions like waste on their leases and their lands would lie with the Bureau of Indian Affairs and the Bureau of Land Management, not with the state.
Multitude of wasted natural gas flares burning up 24 hours a day and depicted on shared satellite photos of an unnatural spikes of light in an otherwise dark rural North Dakota advertise the level of waste.
Mineral owner and tribal member Joletta Birdbear testified over the phone. She says there are no air quality monitoring sites anywhere on the Fort Berthold Reservation. That was the message from at least 1/3 of the testimonies, all from MHA Nation. The tribal members asked that the commission not spend CARES Act money to save the oil companies. Instead, put people to work reclaiming the land for generations to come. Reporting for KX News in Bismarck, Renee Cooper.
Helm says a decision is expected at the July 9th Industrial Commission. Stick with KX News for updates.
North Dakota